Hello there, algebra students. Mr. High again. We're going to try a second video here. I'll try to keep this one a little bit shorter for you. So now we're going to solve equations of this same form of a trinomial, ax squared plus bx plus c, but now it's an equation equals 0. So there's a couple things we need to think of here and remember when solving equations. First is we have to have the equation equal to 0 in order to use our zero product property. So once we get it equal to 0, first thing we do is we factor the left side of the equation, which is our polynomial. We're going to use box method to do that. A thing to remember is that the leading coefficient must be positive. So if this a is negative, we need to factor out at least a negative and any other GCF with the negative sign. After we factor, we're going to use zero product property, set each factor that has a variable equal to 0 to find the solutions or the roots. So just a reminder, when that first term is negative, we're going to have to factor out the GCF. So in this equation, negative 16x squared plus 46x plus 6 equals 0. The first thing that I'm going to do is factor out a negative GCF. Not just a negative in this one, but I'm going to factor out negative 2 because that's the GCF of all of these. So this becomes positive 8x squared minus 23x minus 3 equals 0. So now I've rewritten this equation after factoring out a negative 2 as my GCF. I'm going to take this polynomial that's remaining in here, and I'm going to do my box method to factor it. So factors of 8, there's a few we could use. Let's use the most basic, 8 and 1. Factors of negative 3 means that one of them has to be negative, one has to be positive. So let's do negative 3 and positive 1. Multiply diagonally. 8 times 1 is 8. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. 8 plus negative 3 is 5, not negative 23. So let's try flipping these things around. 1 up here, negative 3 down here. 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 24 plus 1 is negative 23. That's what we wanted. So right here are my binomials. This row is 8x plus 1. This row is x minus 3. So I'm going to continue my work here. Drop down my GCF. Now I write my binomials because this is the factored form of that polynomial, and it equals 0. So really I have 3 factors here that are equal to 0. Only 2 of them contain a variable. So the only ones that contain a variable are the ones where I use my zero product property. Set them equal to 0 and solve. Subtract 1. 8x equals negative 1. Divide by 8. One solution is that x equals negative 1/8. Over here I'd have to add 3. And I would get x equals 3. One more example. This equation is 2x squared plus 7x equals negative 3. The first thing that I notice is that it's not equal to 0. So I'm going to add 3 to each side and rewrite it so that it is equal to 0. My leading coefficient is positive. I don't have to factor out a negative. In fact, there is no GCF between these 3 terms that I can factor out. So I'm going to go straight to box method. Factors of 2 are 2 and 1. Factors of positive 3 are 3 and 1. Let's try it this way. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. Doesn't work, so let's try flipping these around. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. That's what I want. So here are my binomials. 2x plus 1, x plus 3. So let me rewrite my polynomial over here in factored form. It's 2x plus 1 times x plus 3 equals 0. I take each factor now and set it equal to 0 using my zero product property. Subtract 1, 2x equals negative 1. Divide by 2, x equals negative 1/2. In the second one, I subtract 3, and I get x equals negative 3. Again, hope this helps solve equations of these polynomials, and I look forward to helping you in class with this later on. Have a great day.